Future nostalgia is what I'm going to call this. I'm just thinking about the future of where this world is going to go. And it just makes me think, what's it going to look like? How is it going to evolve? How's my style going to change? And am I going to come back here? This is the site of Savoria. This is where I built the first village in Labyrinthum. Of course, well, right down here where this cow is a pond where I can go fishing. And right over here is the house with the garden in the back. There's a greenhouse as well over here. Yeah, so I look at this and I'm just reminded what it looked like before I started building. And this area is full of life now. Got a small village, a very small village. I don't even think you could call it a village because there's 5 houses? Well, 6 homes, because that island also has a home. So as I build in this world, I feel like things are going to keep changing. They're going to keep adjusting to my evolving style and my skills. My skills in building, of course, are always changing. And I look back at my very first series on my main channel, my first Let's Play, and I think about how every single house that I built in that first fishing village on that island, they all look the same. Every single one looks the same. And then I went to my second world, also in Bedrock. First two are in Bedrock. Second world, I rebuilt a village. It was a desert village. So I had a really interesting time there, discovering that, acacia actually looks good with sandstone. So those colors really, really looked good. And all the houses were different this time. I was rebuilding every single build in that village. And then I got to Labyrinthum. And the first village, Savoria, all of the houses are different. Every single one had a different style, except they had the same palette, same materials. I decided that I'm going to be using materials in the area just for, well, at least for Savoria. I had 3 types of trees available, so I had 3 kinds of wood that I could use. Although I did plant some cherry trees. That's another thing, because I went out and looked for cherry trees. But that's fine. As for the city that I'm walking up to, you can see where the road is. And this is another part of the evolution and how things are going to change. I will be putting in roads everywhere. And everything's going to connect. And there's going to be like builds all around here. Fields, farm fields, and Enderman. And these little caves, I may do something here and like cover them up. I'm not sure. The little ones I don't really care for, but things like this is gonna stay wide open. And of course I'll be building around it so that you don't want to just walk right into it. But looking at the style of this city, this one is going to be a lot more, I don't know if you'd say modern, but it's more of a late 19th century style, European style. And I'm going to be using that all through this city, but I'm going to be using different colors for all the houses. This is a richer city, I guess you can say. So I'll be getting far more materials that I'll be using. Plus, there'll be factories and materials that I'll be making. Automated. And as I go through this country, So this main country, the first country I'm building, there are 3 villages I'm going to be rebuilding. Now, they're all going to have their own unique style, as it's kind of a local thing. This is going to be a resort village right here. It's going to be a farming village here. I'll be using more wood than anything here. And this one on the mountain, it's going to be using a lot of stone. And I think it's appropriate for its location, right? This one will be using quite a mix, although it's going to use a lot of wood. And then we've got the main city here. It's going to be a mix of wood and stone and other materials as well. It's going to be kind of a rich city, I guess you could say. And once I do get to this, I feel that my style is going to have evolved, and I'm going to have a lot more experience with building by then. And I'll be looking at a lot of sources for inspiration as well. Like in this city, I am just going through so many ideas for this build here. This is going to be kind of the city hall right here. It's not just going to be City Hall. We're going to have the Hall of Heroes as well, where I'm going to be putting up statues for patrons and channel members. And that's going to be very interesting. But the style of it, I'm trying to decide. Like in my mind, I keep thinking quartz, lots of quartz. But I want to put a bit more color into it. So one thing I'm doing is just looking around, thinking of ideas like through Pinterest and Google image search, and trying to find styles for like government buildings. It's not always easy because I don't want to directly copy something. I want to have some inspiration from different architectural sources and just make it my own, you know? That's the thing I want to do here. Now, with the first house that I built over here, I experimented a lot with the style. And you know what? I'm going to go over to the creative world where I actually designed this. So, as you can see, I've got a few things here. Actually, looking at some of this, a little bit of a nostalgia here. This crane and this tower I designed for my medieval tutorial series. And this is actually based on a real tower, harbor tower. And this is based on a real design of a crane, you know, with the wheel here on the back where people get in, you know, just up here, and they walk, and then they make this thing rotate. So yeah, for that series, something I think I really probably should get back to, you know. For that series, I was trying to make things as realistic as possible. Sources are actually quite difficult. Here's a sneak preview of the iron farm that I'm going to be building. It works, by the way. Works quite well. And this was for, I think, a tutorial. Yeah, a few things in here I just designed. I think I did this for Minecraft school? I'm not sure. You know, things like this, some farms and whatever. I was playing around with. Somewhere over here. This is also Minecraft school. Yeah. Super smelter I was designing. And this, of course, is the dripstone. I did a tutorial about this, actually, for Dripstone Farm. And this is my test. Do I have anything in here? No, this is a test for a tutorial for clay farm. Anyways, there it is. Let's go over here. So this is the design that I was working with. As you can see, it's very much the same as what I put in the actual episode 1. Pretty much identical, you know? And the interior, as you will see, is, well, totally empty. The interior is what I worked on in the video itself. So I just did exterior design here. I even did the roof design up here without the roof here. I was just playing around with what I could do here. But yeah, this is the design I'm going with for much of the city's residential buildings. I quite like it. I will vary the materials to make it so that it's not all uniform. But the thing I'm going to need a lot of is this material, terracotta, which is going to be episode 3. I'm going to be making a clay farm plus a brickworks, I guess I could say, a brickworks building. Not building, yeah, brickworks industrial build. So those are things to look forward to. But that is, I just find that this design really works for me. It is a somewhat European design, right? And here's my open, yeah, very open bee farm. Not sure what I was doing here. I was playing around with materials and growing trees. I was just testing something. But yeah, that's, what is this? Oh, light sources. Okay. This is for a kind of tutorial that I did for hiding lighting. Making it so that you cannot find it or see it. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to show you here. So let's go back to the fake labyrinthum. And we're back here. So as I build this city, as I see how things change, it's going to be very interesting to feel it, if you know what I mean. Because whenever I'm building something and I add a building, every time I add a new building, it feels different. The atmosphere changes. It starts to become more whole, if you know what I mean. Like just standing here, there's going to be buildings on both sides, as well as buildings down towards the end, because it curves a little bit that way. So I'm going to have not a perfect view of those mountains, but I will have a view of the buildings as well. And looking this way, buildings. There's going to be buildings right here. And it's going to give me a feeling of being enclosed and more of a cozy feeling, I guess. And I really look forward to experiencing that. And for the capital city, that's going to be amplified because this whole area is going to be built up. We're going to have the castle here. We're going to have a government building here. We're going to have a bunch of big buildings up here. But the bulk of the city is here. And I've actually been thinking what I want to do. A beach here, an actual beach. People can come here and, go swimming and stuff. And over here, we'll have a marina. And I placed something right here. Didn't I? Harbor area. Yeah. So I'd like to put a marina. This is more for the people that live here. Like I said, this is a fairly rich city. And this is not medieval. So it's not like you have whole bunch of people who are really poor and just trying to survive. People have their needs taken care of. They have money, they have businesses, they have lives to live instead of like just trying to survive. They are flourishing. It's a new golden age in this world. They were trying to survive just 2-3 decades before. But everything is so different. And because of that, I'm going to be building a lot of older builds, as well as some newer, more modern kind of builds. But for the big old ones, they're going to be old, but they're going to be upgraded. Yes, they have plumbing. They have plumbing in their homes. Electricity, no. That's a bit different. But yeah, it's going to be great. Great. This is going to be fun seeing a beach here. And then as I expand outwards, we're going to have different styles here, different styles here, and different styles here. We're going to have kind of Japanese style here. Not completely Japanese, but kind of. And it's going to extend all the way out to here as well. And this I'm going with English names, and I'm thinking European style. I haven't exactly figured out what kind of European I want to do, but that's what I'm looking into. Up here, of course, it's going to be kind of Norse style. And over here, I've been thinking I want to go with French. I don't know why. Just thinking French. I just want to use French names, so I might have to build a Mont Saint-Michel. Or not. I mean, I don't have to, really. But yeah, I'd like to do a lot of work on... I don't have to do all European, but European style seems to work well with Minecraft in a lot of ways. But we'll see. I really think I should do some Mediterranean, because that would be interesting. Maybe farther down here, because I'm going to have countries down here as well. So yeah. There's a lot to think about. As this evolves, when I few years down the road, when I take a look at this and look back at how things have changed, I think I'm going to love just walking through this world, or taking a horse and riding around it, not flying around with Elytra, just walking and experiencing everything from the ground. And that's why I love world building. It's just the thing that I just really enjoy doing, and it's a lot of fun. But have you built a world that you've worked on for years, and then you just walk around and take a look at everything you've done and appreciate how your style has changed? Let me know in the comments below. If you like videos like this and would like to see some more, then please consider subscribing to this channel as well as my main one. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.